Hello, everyone. I'm Matthew Allen, and welcome back to the What a Thought podcast. Sorry, I'm readjusting myself in my chair because apparently sitting around for a multitude of minutes with enough time to do that before I started did not cross my mind. Welcome back, everyone. I don't really have many things to talk about this week. There hasn't been much in the way of news, at least not that I have seen in these past few weeks. I know we're getting closer and closer to the Oppenheimer Barbie openings, which I am so excited for. I'd like to say, before I dive into that sentence, I will state that I did get to wish a dear and close person to me a happy birthday today, the day of recording. I won't tell you guys who, because I don't have their explicit permission to say that, like to say who they are, and I will respect their privacy. But yeah, I'm hoping they're having a wonderful day. And that they enjoy another year on this. I was gonna say beautiful Earth, but another year on this okay Earth. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the Barbie Oppenheimer just kerfuffle, and I'm so excited for it. If for those who don't know, there is the Greta Gerwig's live action Barbie movie that is coming out on July 21st, 2023. And then there is Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer movie about the man who made the atomic bomb that is also coming out July 21st, 2023. And it has been it's been like a slow building, slow running joke since both of those dates were announced and people realized, "Oh my god, both of these movies are coming out on the same day." Right? And when it started, everyone was like, "Okay, maybe one of these movies is gonna like secede to the other one, right? Like one of these films is gonna change its date, right? One of them's gonna do it." And originally there were some memes that were rolling around where people were joking that Oppenheimer was gonna change the date, which would make Barbie the superior movie if they forced Christopher Nolan to change the date of his film release. Sorry, my mouth was doing that thing that mouths do, where it's just sort of, you know. So like that was a joke that was going about, and then once like everyone had kind of realized and settled into the fact that they were not going to change the date, you know, we started to get more memes akin to 2020, you know, start of the pandemic when Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizon, right? That's the one that came out in 2020. When those were both coming out, because they were also scheduled to release the same day, and they're very, very different games, and that led to a lot of people talking about and making art about the idea of like Doom Guy and Isabella from Animal Crossing like interacting, and this like weird crossover of this like cutesy fun pay back your debt to an animal that you never wanted simulator, and this rip and tear murder demons because demons are bad, and demons are bad, everyone. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I know there's someone out there that needs to hear it. Demons are bad. Okay. And it was just really funny. And now we have a similar situation again, because here is this like realistic, like heart-wrenching, probably like 3-hour epic about the making of the atomic bomb. And then here is the Lego movie, but Barbied. And Ryan Gosling is gotta be the goofiest man in the world. I'm so excited to see him play Ken, but I'm really just excited for the movie in general. I would like to quantify, because I know there was a whole thing about how like people were giving some goofs towards him, but not saying anything for like Margot Robbie, and it's like, it's Margot Robbie, okay? She's got such a wonderfully excellent range, okay? She's a fantastic actress. If anyone who disagrees with that, they clearly aren't watching movies. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. But she's great, okay? So I don't need to sing her praises to the high heavens, because she should hopefully be well aware of those high praises. The only reason I give my goofs towards Ryan Gosling as Ken is because my knowledge and my visions of Ryan Gosling are very serious. He plays in a lot of serious movies, okay? Not only does he play in a lot of serious movies, that moments where he's not in a serious movie, if he's doing a comedy, say like was it Crazy Stupid Love, he's still playing like the cool person, like he's the coolest dude there, right? And now we're getting a movie where it is just straight comedy Ryan Gosling. And I just think that that's so funny. I don't even consider oh god, what is it? The Nice Guys. Because he's in that too. And that movie is like a black comedy, but that's still more of an action movie. He's a bumbling character, but he's still getting his job done. But in this, he is just there. Ken's got 3 brain cells, and every single one of them say Barbie. And I'm just so here for it. The Barbie, the Ken waistband branded underwear, hilarious. I think that thing's so stupid and so funny, and I know it's gonna come out. Like, I know it's gonna be a thing that ends up in the real world, and I'm so excited for it. But so people have been making a bunch of like different jokes and whatnot about it because of the fact, what was I trying to say? Because of the fact that they're coming out on the same day and they're so very different, but also it's like they could just cross over. They won't. They really won't. I saw a poster that said Barbenheimer, and it was all of the Barbies and Kens on like the Oppenheimer poster, and like some of the Oppenheimer characters were there. And I was just like, this is fantastic. I was like, that's so goofy. I so want it. And so the joke has like transitioned from which one will change the date to, okay, they're not changing the date, to now you have to do the double feature, right? Because it's like they're so diametrically opposed films that you just have to, right? Like, you just have to go and see the double feature that is watching Oppenheimer first. I am going to do this. I would like to state it real quick. I am indeed going to do this double feature, right? But you've got to watch Oppenheimer first. And the reason you have to watch Oppenheimer first is because that movie is like 3 hours long. Here, I'll Google it. I'll Google it real quick for everyone who can listen to me type. The Oppenheimer movie that's releasing on the 21st. Because we're almost there. Tell me your length. 180 minutes. That is the estimated runtime right now. That is 3 hours long. 3 hours long. And so you've got this 3 hour long, like, intense, just piece of history being brought forth, right, by Christopher Nolan. So you've got to start with that. Okay, it's a biographical film. Okay, he's got no CGI. Apparently, it's all practical effects. He said you're gonna be able to feel the bomb drop in the theater, and I think that that's just so funny. But like, you've got all of this, right? It's just all there. So you got to go into that first because you're like, that's gonna be intense. It's your body is not gonna know how to like do or feel, right? You're gonna just have to take it all in, and then you go and you end your day on the Barbie movie. I'm sorry, I'm like kind of falling apart as I try to make this joke. You end your day on the Barbie movie, which is almost 2 hours, which is honestly very funny to me because I just cannot wait. Right, I cannot wait to get through the 2 hours of Barbie movie nonsense. I gotta take a deep breath. It's just so funny to me that I'm not breathing correctly. But 2 hours, right? Nearly 2 hours of Barbie movie nonsense. And it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be whimsical and colorful. And like, that's how you end your day. You don't want to end your day on Oppenheimer, okay? That would feel sad, you know? Like, I'm trying to find the best. John Cena's playing a Ken? No way. No way. How did I miss that one? I knew Simu Liu. I knew Kingsley Ben-Adir. I knew all the different like Kens and Barbies. I was trying to say Ken and Barbie, but I put it together. You know, Margot Robbie, Emma Mackey, because I love Sex Education over on Netflix. Like, just all of these different actors and actresses that are playing Barbies and Kens, which is just so funny to me. And I'm so excited for it. But I somehow missed that we were getting John Cena as a Ken. And that just feels so goofy. I even remember Dua Lipa was playing a Barbie. Uh, yeah, Dua Lipa and also Kate McKinnon, which is very funny to me. I enjoy Kate McKinnon as an actress, but I feel like she's not in enough stuff because she's a very specific type of comedy person. Anyways, like, just these two, you gotta end your day on Barbie. You gotta end on that light nonsense, that just goofy nonsense. I'm really about to just Google John Cena Barbie and see if there's a photo of him as Ken. I just need one image. There's not a single image out yet. Oh god, I just know it's gonna be so funny when it's in the movie. I just... I'm not gonna read any article or anything to learn more information about it. Because, yeah, but I would just... Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited for this. I can't tell you how hyped I am personally on just such a weird level to go and lose like 6 hours of my life. Like, that's such a weird thing. But I'm really gonna dedicate away 6 hours for this goofy double feature that people probably shouldn't attempt, but they're going to. Both of these movies are about to make so much money off of like meme hype, and the idea of seeing them both because they're so diametrically opposed. You're gonna have Christopher Nolan fans that don't give two hoots about Barbie sitting in that theater, hating themselves because there's a bunch of people who are gonna see both movies, right? So they're gonna have a bunch of people that aren't Christopher Nolan heads, which I don't know if that's a thing, but it may as well be the way that I've heard people talk about Christopher Nolan. And hey, Tenet, not the best. But, like, that's just what it's going to be. Like, they're going to be and they're going to be just doing their thing, right? And they're going to be stuck with all these, like, just regular folk. And there's going to be a bunch of people in the Barbie movie. They're going to have all these people that just watched Oppenheimer and are probably just sitting all serious, right? Until they, like, get into the Barbie mood. Like, they just get into it. And it's going to just be so great. It's just going to be so wonderful. And I'm just so excited for it. Okay. I'm so excited for both of these films. I didn't, obviously, I didn't grow up around people that played with Barbies or Kens. I obviously didn't have any. My sister was a Bratz person. She had Bratz dolls, right? And so, like, my knowledge, my understanding for, like, Barbie-related things is a much more recent thing. It comes from other YouTubers. Shout out to Curtis Connor. Who I look forward to the end of his reigning trilogy, which is gonna have Barbie win 100% because I've seen the Bratz live action movie from the early 2000s, and once this movie comes out, putting this Barbie movie against that Bratz movie is gonna just be a no-brainer. It's gonna be so funny. But like, I've learned stuff from there. I've seen stuff on some other channels like Cracked, and whatnot, just random things all over the internet, and I've kind of like slowly come to like understand the like kind of the history of Barbie and also like controversies, different things like that, and it's just very funny. And then obviously there's no world where I can get away with being a nerd and not having a knowledge of Oppenheimer, and World War II, and just kind of everything related to that. Like, that's just there. That's just in my head. It's what happens. I'm sipping more water. I'm thirsty. There's nothing wrong with being thirsty, okay? It's okay to be thirsty. Live Moss, or no, it's not the sentence. I don't know what the sentence was that I wanted to say, but now we're here. Now we're here. But yeah, I think all of you guys out there, which is like 3 people, should go and watch the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer. You should do the double feature. You should come back to the comments and you should just discuss it. I just want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you think the double feature was worth it. I want to know if you think it'll be fun. I want to know if you think that it won't be fun. I just want to know it all. You know? I just think it's going to be so goofy. I just let out a big, big yawn. Sorry. I think I'm tired. I am tired. I did not get good sleep. my body is just crumbling. Crumbling under the weight of success. Oh! No, I'm kidding. Wouldn't that be funny? No, yeah, I just... Man. This is gonna be so much fun. But for like all the wrong reasons, you know? There's nothing better than when it's fun for the wrong reasons. But I just know both of these movies are also going to be really great. Okay, I think out of the Christopher Nolan filmography, not film with an N, that's not the word. Is film a word? Let's find out, everyone. If I can spell definition correctly. Not Flint. Hey now. Flynn. I want to know if... Okay, Flynn is not a word, but it is an acronym. Is it really an acronym? Oh, it's in the Urban Dictionary. Huh. Never heard it used like that. It's also apparently Swedish. Fascinating. Yeah, not a word. Anyways, film. I feel like everyone should go see that double feature. Flin Flon? The fictional home of the comic book superhero Captain Canuck. What? Who is Captain Canuck? Canadian comic book superhero. The series was the first successful Canadian comic book since the collapse of the nation's comic book industry following World War II. The first Captain Canuck patrolled Canada in the then future year of 1993, where Canada had become the most powerful country in the world. That was the first Captain Canuck. He was the costumed agent of the Canadian International Security Organization, CISO. In 1995, they made a postage stamp along with Superman Johnny Canuck. Who's Johnny Canuck? A political cartoon character. Fleur de Lis? Okay. And Nelvana of the Northern Lights. Okay. Can I know about these other... What does Captain Canuck do now? Is it still published by Canada? Web series. Proposed film. Live action TV show. And an animated series. Okay. Well, look at you go, Canada. I like these names. Tom Evans, Darren Oak, David Semple. Is Semple a type of tree? I mean, Evans is not. I don't know why I would have thought. The West Coast Captain Canuck? Okay. Unholy War? RCMP Constable? What does that mean? Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Oh, okay. To take on a biker gang. Oh. Fascinating. What a short run. I'm just over here learning about Captain Canuck. What a weird little... What a weird little deep little moment we just had there, where we learned about Captain Canuck right after Oppenheimer and Barbie. Oh god, I'm so excited for this. Yeah. Anywho, what else do I have in here? I wanted to talk about some shirts I saw at work. It's just 2 so far, which is surprising that it's only been 2 after a month of working. Which, good on me. Wonderful. Fantastic. But anyways, I saw 2 shirts, and they're just... I don't know if you guys have ever seen the type of shirt where you stop and you read it, and you know the person wearing it is above the age of 48. But it's definitely designed by someone in their basement at the age of 23. Like in their parents' basements. And you just kind of go, huh, that was a choice, right? Because that's what these 2 shirts were. I'll talk about the most recent one I saw first. It was a shirt Just had 3 words on it. It was black shirt, white font. Parts of the words were italicized, and I'll explain it in a second. But it had 3 words: imagination, creativity, passion. Right? Just those 3 words: imagination, creativity, passion. In a fleeting glance, you're not gonna think anything of it. You're like, oh, cool, interesting shirt, right? And it's a nice, like, bold white lettering, except for specific parts in all 3 words. They're in bold lettering except for that second I in imagination. Sorry, yeah, the second one. Yeah, that second I in imagination. The EAT in creativity is unboldened in compared to the rest of the word. And then the ASS in passion is unboldened. This is a shirt that says I eat ass. Discreetly. It says it discreetly. And I had to do a double take. And then this man was in the store for an hour, so I saw him around a lot. But my word. When I tell you I was caught off guard by that shirt so hard, right? Because I'm a very self-conscious person, which is funny because I do a lot of stuff on the internet, and you kind of have to not be as self-conscious when you're doing stuff on the internet because you're putting yourself on the internet. Please don't put your children on the internet. I stand by that. Don't put your kids on the internet. That's weird. I think children should not enter the internet until they are old enough to decide whether or not they want to be present on the internet. Anyways, I saw that shirt and I was just like, I couldn't envision being out wearing this particular item in a place where people are going to see it and realize what it says, the way that I did. Now, I'm not allowed to say anything. Like, I can't acknowledge it. I can't even tell him it's a funny shirt because I'm a worker. And if I tell him it's a funny shirt, either he's going to be like, oh man, this dude just realized what my shirt says, or other people are going to hear me say it and then start to take in his shirt, and then it'll end up being like an issue or something. But it really just threw me for a loop. And I was just like, huh. And I just had to keep walking around and doing my thing and just let it just fade over me. And I was just like, okay, all right. So there was that one. And then there was one I saw way earlier on, like way closer to when I started, that has just been living rent-free in my head, right? It's just there. And it's this shirt. It was this shirt, and I need you to be prefaced with the image that was on this shirt first, right? Before the text. Big block of text, but the image is a monkey smoking a cigar and holding a gun, right? So let that live rent-free in your head for a moment. Just envision this monkey with the cigar in his mouth, holding a gun, right? And the text on this shirt said, if you're gonna fight like you're the 3rd monkey on the ramp to Noah's Ark, and brother, it's starting to rain. And I have not been able to not think about that shirt, like, at least once every couple days since I saw it. Because that's just so insane to me. It's just so goofy. Why? It's just beyond ridiculous. The final line is what kills me every time. It's that, and brother, it's starting to rain. That just gets me so much. But it's just so funny. Like, it's awful. It's atrocious, but it's so funny. I could not wear that shirt. And I just know there's a whole, like, sea of just wacky, wild shirts out there in that same vein. I think there's a whole, like, Instagram. I forgot how to spell words. There's a whole Instagram that is just people with shirts like that on that I just think are just so stupid. Just so wonderful. They're just so insane to me. Oh my god. What does this one say? It's so much. Hold on. I'm looking at an American eagle. What? An American eagle? I meant to say a bald eagle. Bald eagle holding the flag and a rifle. And it says, I am politically incorrect. I say Merry Christmas, God bless America. I own guns, eat bacon, and salute our flag and thank our troops. If this offends you, I don't care. In God we trust. Oh, God, that's so. What? What is this image? What? It's so goofy. Photos from reviews. What is this? This isn't even the same shirt. Oh my god. If Diesel ain't burning, then I ain't earning. I hanker for a hunk of cheese? So odd. So wild. It's so goofy. I love it. I like that that's just the same photo twice over. Just with a little less pixels. Oh my lord. Oh god, what does it say? I am a grumpy veteran. I served, I sacrificed, I don't regret. I am not a hero, not a legend. My oath of enlistment has no expiration date. I have anger issues and a serious dislike for stupid people. I am proud to be a veteran. If this offends you, I don't care. I like how they all end with the like, I don't care. What is this shirt? Walk away. I am a grumpy old man. I was born in June. I have anger issues and a serious dislike for stupid people. What is custom birth month. You can put your birth month in. So it can say any month. I was born in June. God. I don't need Google. My father knows everything. No, he doesn't. I can promise you right now, my father, if he does not know something, he would hope I go and find another source of information, and sometimes that means Google. You shouldn't not ask older generations of folk for answers for things when it comes to certain things. Like, I had to go buy windshield wiper fluid, and I called my mother to be like, hey, I can just go buy that, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, cool. And that was it. Look at that. I didn't have to Google anything. I'm going to go outside and read the manual in my car to figure out how to put it in. But I could also probably just pop the hood and figure it out too. But like, you can't just be like, I don't need Google. My father knows everything. God, that's so funny. Why are so many of these about being grumpy old men with anger issues that dislike stupid people? God, I love it. What is this? I just need you to know I'm going down the rabbit hole of these shirts. Gray pride. God. I just Googled funny tech shirts and then it gave me like a bunch of Etsy stuff. Fully vaccinated by the blood of Jesus. Dear God. Oh God, this one's so long. Why is there a wolf on it? I was born in September. It is in my nature to be kind, gentle, and loving, but don't ever mistake my silence for ignorance or my kindness for weakness. The beast in me is sleeping, not dead. What? Why is it so specific? Why is it all I was born in September? Does this particular person have one for the other months? The title nurse cannot be inherited nor purchased. This I have earned with my own blood, sweat, and tears. Therefore, I own it forever. Oh, there it is. A classic. I don't always play video games. Sometimes I eat and sleep, and once I even left my room. God. Oh, man. These are so bad. Every woman is a doll. Now, whether it's Barbie, Annabelle, or Voodoo is a roll of the dice. Okay. Girl dad officially outnumbered. Big Worm's ice cream. What you want? Is that a person? Is that a real place? In October, we wear pink. Oh. I'm a Pisces queen. I have 3 sides: the quiet and sweet, the funny and crazy, and the side you never want to see. Oh, do all the Beast shirts just say the same thing just with different months? That's so lame. Oh, they also got one that is just like, oh, that's so upsetting. I thought it'd be more creative for each month. What does that have to do with the United States Postal Service? Chest? Just nuts? Nuts? Lots of nuts. Dibs on both breasts, and it's a turkey. Another turkey, but it just says I'm a thigh man. Peace, love, yams. God, these shirts are such a goldmine for stupid nonsense. What does this say? I love big turkey breast on Thanksgiving, but turkey and on Thanksgiving is really tiny, so you initially just read I love big breast. I eat kids, and it's Bertram from Jesse. Oh, God. God, these shirts are just Panic at the Costco. What? Ever dream this man? What does that say? Oh God, what's the full text? Ever dream this man? Every night, all over the world, hundreds of people see this face in their dreams. If this man appears in your dreams too, or if you have any information that can help us identify him, please contact us. Thisman.org. I love what my Google search becomes when I look at nonsense for this podcast. It's just so hilarious. I'm gonna read one more shirt that I think I just saw. Sorry, I am already taken by a sexy and crazy girl. She's stubborn, messy, and brat at times. Not bratty, and brat at times. She's clumsy, loud, and a bit silly sometimes, but in my eyes, she's the definition of perfection and beauty. And she'll punk you in the throat. It's supposed to say punch, but they took out the H and put in a K, so it says punk. She'll punk you in the throat. I may seem quiet and reserved, but if you mess with my daughter, I will break out a level of crazy that will make your nightmares seem like a happy place, and it's a skeleton holding a gun. God, it's a collection of just awful men's graphic tees. I just saw one that was governmental related, and I don't think you should make joke commentary involving PTSD because that affects people. Lord, I love all of this. I hate it all, but I love it so much. That's where I'm gonna end this podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening this week. What a conversation. T-shirts and Barbie and Oppenheimer. God, I'm just... wow. If you liked it, make sure to check out the Linktree link down below, which if you follow, it'll take you to the other YouTube channel, The Soloist, which contains its own set of gaming videos, as well as all old streams from the Twitch channel, which is also in the Linktree link. You can also find all of my social media in there as well. Excuse me. And if you ever want to have a topic talked about, make sure to leave it down in the comments, you know. I do read those when they're there, and I do try to talk about comments when they are brought up. Or if you don't feel like leaving it out to the public to see, you can message me privately. You can message me privately over on social media. So thank you guys again. I have been Matthew Allen. This has been What a Thought, and I will see all of you next week for some more What a Book.